Much like last time, I'm responding to the comments. So today's comment was left, of course, by a lady, aka darkpetal16, who said, yeah, and apparently my Lawrence got lost. Yeah, my Lawrence is still freaking lost. I can't comment with your guesses, theories. I like hearing your guesses. Yeah, me constantly procrastinating whether or not I can trust even my own family. It's always entertaining or hearing you refuse to say that name. I was freaking joking. Yeah, because that just freaking came out of nowhere, didn't it? I love your reaction to the yellow rose in your apartment. It's fascinating to hear your thought process for the clues. Well, yes. I mean, I try conveniently move into an apartment that conveniently has not red roses. What am I kidding about? If I had red roses, I'd be perfectly fine. Yellow roses, and then I hear that there's a yellow rose Dr. Rose. There's a serial killer whose MO is yellow roses. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that you were bullied. Kids can be so nasty sometimes. Yeah, there's no exception to that. When it comes to bullying, you can get bullied any age you are, and it doesn't matter if you're in school or not. So anybody else experiencing bullying, don't worry, you're not the only one. Everyone goes through it eventually. Let's see. Also, thank you, SANS, for blocking the Discord message. Yes, SANS is really good at that. He's been blocking a lot of them. I guess I'll find you, Lawrence. Yay, I'm glad Lawrence has grown you in spite of his insistence to use nicknames. Oh, bro's gotta be at least a little annoying. Definition of a little. He's quite excessively annoying. You are you, no, damn you! How dare you put that in the comments section? Now it's following me there too. How dare you? A little heads up warning for today's episode. Today's gets a little spicy if you're uncomfortable with kissing a skeleton. Possibly a robot in a box. Or worse. Yeah, this episode's got everything. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions and I seriously was not ready. So, yeah. Again, just a strong reminder. I'm trying to flirt with SANS in this. If you're not comfortable with anything that way, don't watch this episode. Okay, good, and standing, fantastic. Remember guys, if you leave a comment, you'll be mentioned and I will of course give you guys a shout out in the video. I'll see you guys in the next episode for SANS' route. So right now, enjoy this one. Bye! Hello my little stars and welcome back to If Mafiafell by the darkpetal16. Today is chapter 4, A New Boss. So, what are we waiting for? You guys wanted me to go for SANS, so let's see if we can survive and get to that glorious date that he promised me. Your eyes flare open. A sense of grogginess weighs on you. Proud of you. You're proud of him too. I'm proud somehow miraculously he disappeared for freaking 5 years and I still haven't found him. And he's a detective? That in itself is super impressive. My goodness. Did you tell him that, how proud you were of him? Does he know it? Possibly. You notice your apartment is much brighter than normal. With a jerk, you sit up and look at the clock. You only have an hour until you have to be at work. Cookies! Your morning routine is discarded as you hurry to get ready. You don't even have time for breakfast as you rush out the door. Oh no. It hasn't been a long time since you stayed up so late. You're certain that it's what caused you to sleep in. It's not as if you regretted it. Mr. Scott clearly needs someone to talk to. However, you wish you had woken up early. Hello, that was a lot to take in. I mean, we literally went from people got shot, his son was dead, to, oh yeah, they took these people to be a replacement for the shipment. Human trafficking. What? Like, it went from 0 to 100 in just a simple conversation over chocolate milk. What can I say? Either way, next time you stay up late, you'll have to remember to set an alarm. It's a lovely day outside, warm enough that even the shadows cast by the large buildings don't feel cold. There is a consistent breeze as you power walk your way to work. You get to work without needing to break a sweat. You enter the Black Swan, and the smell of cigar and booze instantly hits you like... You sometimes wish the Black Swan had windows so a fresh breeze could come in. Unfortunately, there are no windows at all, which is also a good thing and a bad thing. Good because that means no stray bullets, Bad because that means no fresh air. The boss likes the dark lighting. He says it sets the mood. To your surprise, you notice that Papyrus is here today as well. He is seated at the bar with the boss, Mr. Ela. I'm going to call you Mr. Eel. You're going to be Mr. Eel today. Mr. Eel notices you coming in. He waves you over to them. Mr. Eel is the Black Swan owner. He prefers his employees referring to him as boss. Well, I can't call you boss because that's what we call Papyrus. You know, you can't all be boss. One of you needs to decide who is boss and the rest of you are going to be called something else. A tough, grumbly old man with dark skin, dark hair, and unnaturally blue papers. Oh my, you've got really pretty blue eyes. He is a rare human with enough magic in him to cast spells. Oh my goodness, Mr. Eel, you are a wizard. Harry Potter will be proud. Not enough to qualify for magic training. Never mind, get back under the stairs, Mr. Eel. Maybe the Dursleys will go easy on you. But the vibrancy in his eyes marks him as special. Either that or he's just got really nice blue eyes, or maybe he's got contact lenses, but of course this is during the year where contacts don't exist. So he just honestly got really nice bleepy blue eyes. Very pretty. That being said, you've never seen Mr. Eel use magic, although many patrons joke he used it to make his food taste so good. Easier, lassie, says Mr. Eel. You greet both of them. You two know each other? Mr. Eel asks you when you address Papyrus by his name. Miss Twinkle and I have been introduced, says Papyrus. Papyrus, please don't call me Miss. Even if it's you. Please don't call me Miss. Just call me Twinkle, please, and thank you. Good, he says. Child, I've sold the swan to this here gentleman. Wow, talk about dropping the ball all of a sudden. Jess like, oh yeah, by the way, just random thing I need to tell you, I sold it to this guy here. He's a nice gentleman. Your eyes widened. You had not even known the restaurant was for sale. It wasn't, Mr. Eel responds. This your lad simply drove a hard bargain. Your old boss shrugs. I ain't a springing no more. About time I think of settling down. What happened? Did you get threatened? Did he say something? What exactly did Papyrus tell you? Was it Papyrus? Oh, don't tell me. Was it SANS? Did SANS secretly come here beforehand and threaten you? Was it SANS? It's okay for you to tell me if it was SANS. Was it SANS? Probably was SANS, right? Most likely it was SANS. Because I don't see Papyrus being mean to the old man. You knew Mr. Eel wasn't young, well into his 70s, but you never thought he'd retire. He always had so much energy and was lively in the kitchen with the other chefs. Yeah, so this is why I do not believe Papyrus threatened him. He's a chef, and Papyrus, you know, there is a secret bond between chefs, I swear. You know, just this oath of never betraying chefs. You know, he likes chefs. He's interested. It's human chefs, you know. He was an excellent boss who took care of all of his employees. You're sad to see him go. Your action makes the boss soften his demeanor. He gives you a hard pat on the shoulder. Don't you worry. Mr. Papyrus promised to not replace any of you without good concern. I know you're doing just fine, lass, and you know how to reach me if something's coming up. Rest assured, Miss Twinkle, says Papyrus, you will not lose your job. Good, because then I'm going to have to talk with SANS. That's good. When Papyrus was watching everyone yesterday, it must have been an assessment. Yeah, he was making sure you guys aren't slacking and you're doing your job. Duh. You're curious how well you did. Well enough not to lose your job right away. But what about down the line? Well, don't slack off then, especially since he's going to be your brother-in-law if we ever get that far with SANS. You worked at the Black Swan for 4 years. You're reluctant to have to find another job in the city, especially one as a greater boss as Mr. Eel. Papyrus says, may we return to business, Mr. Eel? Aye, aye, Mr. Papyrus. Get along, lassie. Yes, sir? You get along per orders. You feel even more energized than usual when you arrive home. You smell something smoky and spicy when you're near your apartment door. Okay, so SANS has been here. There is a little pink daffodil taped to your door with a note. You open the note and see a time and an address. It's signed by SANS. It is for your date tomorrow. That is sweet, but also it would be wrong of me not to point out that he's also freaking creepy because I never told him what my favourite flower was. But that also confirms, yeah, he was freaking stalking me. Because SANS hasn't been to our apartment yet. But this also proves that you do know where I live. But also sweet as well. He included your favourite flower. Aww. You carefully take the flower and give it a snip, happy for the small gift and confirmation of where to meet. You head inside and place the flower and a note on your kitchen table. You slept in later, and despite a busy shift, you do not feel tired. How would you like to spend your night? Do I want to risk running around or do I just want to go to bed? What if I get caught up into some shenanigans? Go for a run. You didn't have a chance to take it this morning. It's a little risky this late, but it could be exactly what you need to feel tired. Or this could be exactly what you need to end up in the hospital dead. I'm just saying. If it's a risk, I'm concerned. Okay, well, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to save. Do we risk it for the biscuit, or do we go to bed and be smart? There's only one thing we can do in this situation. Be smart, because I got a skeleton to woo. So, no. You change into your long night dress and collapse into bed. You do your best to ignore the bullet hole in your pillow. You close your eyes. It takes you several minutes to relax and drift off. At least tomorrow you have your date with SANS. Is my character not even gonna, like, remember the fact that we bumped into that skeleton, aka Wingadings, in the last chapter? My character hasn't even acknowledged nothing about this. They're just like, out of sight, out of mind. You wake up refreshed and energized. You don't have much time in the morning as you do before work, so for today you decide to forget the morning run in favor of a long skin and hair routine. Once satisfied, you make your way to the address on the note left for you that SANS did. It is an upscale breakfast brunch cafe on the nicer part of town. Ooh! It's not too far from the dessert shop where Ralsei wants to meet you, so you'll be able to go there right after. Oh my gosh, you have a fun day ahead of you. A date and then dessert with a friend. You run your fingers through your white hair, mindful of the wind. It isn't too warm outside, especially due to all the shadows cast by the skyscrapers. However, the wind was fiercer than normal. Ew, there. You take a trolley bus to reach your destination. You don't want to risk arriving sweaty, so you arrive earlier than planned. The breakfast shop sits on a corner. It is the bottom of a brick building with a fenced-in patio on the side. It is named Le Belle? Libelle. You know, I'm going to call it Libelle. I'm going to improvise because I can't pronounce that. It takes inspiration from Cursive. It takes inspiration from Curse, a small country known in the East. Curse is regarded as the center of high culture. Just calling it Curse for short. Oh my gosh. Almost all the culinary art and fashion trends originating from Curse and the capital city. Notary is even known as the City of Love. Are we talking about Paris now? Lawrence always wanted to visit. As do you. The bell outside bricks are pristine white. The windows have mint green oriented bars over them, and there are huge hanging white flowers draped all over the side of the building. The cafe takes up 2 floors of the building, and on the second floor, all the windows are opened up. You can see many guests sitting at the tables by the window. One of the guests reaches out to pull in a white flowering vine and sniffs it. The patio outside is fenced in with a black iron fence that has a design top. There are vines wrapped around each fence pole, and the entire area is shaded by a building in the canopy. The fence is high up enough that you can't see over it, and the vines growing around the poles are thick enough it is difficult to see through it. You do, however, catch a glimpse of something familiar. Don't you mean someone familiar? On the wind, you smell something spicy and smoky, and there's a warm tingle in your chest. Although you arrived early, perhaps not early enough. Really? Either Sans knew I was going to come here early, or he came here early ahead of time because he just wanted to wait for us. You step inside the cafe. It is much more crowded than you expected. The white and mint green tiles have a pretty mosaic on them. All the tables have a variety of different coloured flowers and glass vases on them. The windy day has greatly benefited the shop. The wind constantly flowing in brings in fresh air and keeps the place cool, and despite how many bodies are crammed inside. The mater greets you with a smile at the front. Table for two, ma'am. You explain you have plans to meet someone, and he might already be here. Name? You say Sans. The person seems surprised by us, but suggests for you to follow them. They're like, You're Sans, what? You are guided through the tables. You have a spot reserved outside, they say. You thank them and step out. Oh, we're outside? Ooh, Sans, what is this? A hot wind blows down the back of your neck. Your throat dries out and you go to clear it. You glance behind you, wondering if anyone else was bothered by the heat surge. Good morning, little lady, drawls a familiar deep voice. You turn to the voice. Your peony-colored eyes meet crimson highlights in black sockets. You resist the urge to dream and to merely look away. My soul is just like, oh my god, be still my beating heart. Other character, move aside. Just let me have him. No soul, control yourself. The patio is empty, save for you and Sans. Okay, the air is naturally warm to you, and Sans is seated at a wide white metal table in the back. The skeleton monster is in a black suit with a white vest and black tie today. His suit hat has been placed on the table. At your arrival, he smoothly stands up to greet you. The closer he steps to you, the stronger you smell that familiar spiciness. He holds out a hand to you. You notice he's wearing one of those fancy magic watches. It's something you've only seen on the big tippers at work. You take his hand. He raises it to smoothly kiss the back of your hand. He might as well have put a hot stone on the back of your hand with how much it started to pleasantly burn. Oh my goodness, things are getting heated around here, aren't they? My good gravy, oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. You know what? I think I need a drink. This is already getting on. Okay, come on, Twinkle, you can do this. Alright. Come sit down, he says as he lets go of your hand. He pulls out a chair for you. You take a seat, struggling to keep your racing heart calm. There is a lava rock in your stomach. Your skin feels overly sensitive. Each wind, gentle or harsh, is like something tracing a needle over you. It's not painful, but it's obviously distracting. Every time it happens, you feel a rush of heat to your face. Sans takes a seat across from you. You seem awfully warm here, sweetheart. I swear, if you were behind that, we might have problems, sir. Sans remarked, maybe we should go someplace else. You are warm. You are very, very warm, but this isn't the first night. You aren't overwhelmed. You aren't unprepared. You are you, and you're enough to remain in control of yourself. A waiter comes out and greets the both of you with a small smile. Good morning. My name is Ron. Ron Weasley, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back at Hogwarts? What are you doing here, Ron? I will be your waiter. May I get you started with something to drink? Sans motions for you to order first. You order a chocolate milk, and Sans orders a black coffee. Look at me with my chocolate milk, and him with a fancy cup of coffee. It makes me look like a child. The waiter says he'll be back shortly with exactly that. When he leaves, Sans says, "That's what you always get?" "It is. I'll remember that then," he says. Does Sans always order his coffee black? "Yep, coffee's part of my daily grind." You giggle at the pun. Your shoulders relax. You had not noticed you were tense until that moment. You shyly ask Sans what has he been up to. He lets out a hee-hee. "Had to take care of some family business for my brother yesterday. Some punks were really cruising for a bridge." Sans, please. It is hard enough to read your dialogue right now. Please don't make it even more harder for me. I'm warm. Sounds like he had a latte on his plate. Why, character, now you're doing it. Stop. His smile turns into grin. Sip happens. Oh my god, you two, please, shut up. The two of you laugh as the waiter brings you your drinks. Oh my god. The rest of your breakfast continues in the same manner. Your nerves are allayed by Sans. He has a natural talent for making you feel comfortable, and when the wind will prick your skin and you become acutely aware of how close you are sitting, or you stretch your leg, accidentally grazing. Hey. Oh dear, and feel like you're dipping your leg in hot bath water. Oh my goodness. It is a careful balance of light, fun puns, and knock-knock jokes abound in surges of heat and goosebumps. By the end of breakfast, you are full, warm, and tingly. Sans takes a check before you even get the chance. The waiter gives it directly to him and pays with an impressive amount of cash. You would have never carried that much cash on you. Then again, you want a massive monster. You both stand up from the table and Sans steps closer to you. Okay. He reaches out a hand and gently caresses your cheek with the back of his fingers. Soft as ever, doll-faced. Eve swallow. I can't stop laughing and giggling. This is really cute as well. The heat you've been feeling all morning feels like it's been set ablaze by his touch. Goosebumps give you shivers down your spine. There's something in the air, a buzzing sensation. There is a warm tingling in your chest. No! Well then, I guess that answers that for me. We're going to have to be up front. You can't resist leaning into his touch, closing your eyes. You nuzzle into it, loving the sensation. Oh my goodness. Fuck, he murmurs. You're really too cute, you know? You open your eyes just in time to see him lean down. He grips the back of your head and presses lips against yours. Oh my. Good gooey gravy. Well then. Any more water? Excuse me. Well then. Are we getting into the spicy stuff? I think we're getting into the spicy part. Excuse me. Let me treat this properly and to try not to get flustered. You open your eyes just in time to see him lean down. He grips the back of your head and presses lips against yours. He is made of bone and magic. The magic has allowed his bone, especially in his face, to be malleable. It's how he can furrow his brows and blink without issue. It's how he kisses you. There's a hardness to him, but it's not unmovable. You make a noise in the back of your throat. As soon as you feel something hot and warm graze your lips, you open your mouth as he breathes his delicious magic into you. Your whole body is on fire and tingles as your soul thumps in unison to your heart. As you sink further into him, a sensation of rightness settles into you, along with the fervent desire, a throbbing desire. You feel the extra moist between your legs. And you know in the back of your head, it's not from sweat. Sans squeezes you tightly against him as he kisses you with a deep passion. One hand trails down your back to firmly grip your butt. Oh my. Everything starts to melt away as you grip Sans tightly. Suddenly, a very rude and very loud car horn honks, startling you, and you pull away. The hazy cloud of lust temporarily lifted. There is a warm tingling in your chest. Ah, wait, you have plans. After this, you have plans to meet your friend. Ha! If you let this continue, you'll feel rash or guilty for ditching a potential friend. You ask SANS if he would instead like to have dinner. Dinner? He repeats faintly. You want dinner. You want to not rush. Right, he says, and lets out a slow breath. No rush, right. Is he okay? No, he just literally got stopped by a car horn. He was like ready to get to second base and he just got rudely interrupted by reality and a car horn. He would probably murder the driver if he ever found out who it was. Give me a moment and I will be Dollface. You giggle. You give him a kiss on the cheek and thank him. You, he says pointedly, are well worth the wait. You blush. Fuck, he says again. I need another moment now. Oops. Aw, that's cute. You and SANS smile at each other. You make dinner plans easily and SANS offers to walk you home, but you tell him you plan to meet a friend for dessert. You still have room for more? SANS teases you. You have a sack of stomach just for treats. He laughs. Can't blame you for that. I've got a treat tooth myself. Does he have a favorite? A chin pretzel. Oh my god. SANS, please, stop killing me with your puns. He says with a wink. I like to get naughty. Oh my god. Your hands fly up to cover your mouth to hide your flustered giggle. He grins happily from your action. Next time I'll take you to the sweet shop afterwards. He has a preferred spot. Oh, I make the best treats at home. Oh my goodness. I'll leave this one up to the imagination. Let your imagination fly. You don't need me to have an input here. No. You immediately look away, your face burning. You ask him if he's trying to set you on fire. Who, me? He asks in a tone too innocently to be sincere. You think I would tease you for my own amusement? I am appalled. Hurt even, sweetheart. You give him a look, and he laughs again, his whole body shaking. He reaches forward to cup your face and kisses you gently on the lips. Have fun with your friend, dollface, he says. I'll see you again real soon. You're too flustered to come up with a response before he disappears in a haze of red smoke. You take a breath and work on calming down. With your date concluded, you walk over to the dessert shop, but hey, SANS literally just showed you what he can do, but it doesn't matter because my character is way too focused on the thought that, oh my god. Oh my, I need another drink. My god, wasn't I prepared for this one? I don't think I was actually. I thought I was like, oh, I'm totally prepared for this. I'm not prepared. SANS! Oh boy! Oh god, if he's like this, I dread to think what wingdings is like. Oh, holy moly. Let's keep going. As you walk, you have time to reflect. Your soul continues to have a strong reaction to SANS. It's curious, albeit not a bad thing. You did not sense as much danger this time around. You wonder what could be the cause for it. Your interaction with him didn't feel too different, although there were those couple moments near the end. The first one was where you considered stepping back from him, and the second one was when you did, after that cause startled you. Your first meeting, you also considered avoiding him. It seems almost silly to think, but your sharp mind can't help but notice the pattern. If your sense of danger triggered, if you're considering pulling back from him, avoiding him, telling him no, well, maybe, but at this point you're in too deep. You decided to avoid the paddly pool, avoid the kiddie end, and just jump in the deep end. You're just like, who cares? Whee! That's pretty much what you did. Anyway, it's too early to draw a definite conclusion from that. You've only met the monster twice, and clearly a huge part of your soul craves him. You don't want to consider the thought of your soul being attracted to a dangerous monster who could kill you for going against him. Sure, your soul wouldn't betray you like that, would it? It's your freaking soul. Can you trust your soul for 5 minutes? I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it. You trust your soul. Pfft, forget it. It's fine. If the soul says he's hot, then he's freaking hot. Let's just go with it. Ignore what the soul says. So shut up and don't lead me the wrong way. Don't worry, I'll lead you right into his arms. Yo. Forget about the danger. Who cares about past events in Undertale with Judgment Hall? You would have run right into his arms had he not had bounds in the way. Moving aside, Royalty is waiting for you outside the dessert shop. The tall monster casually leans against the brick wall. Glad to say you didn't get lost this time. He's in a similar attire to the last time you met him, only today he's wearing a yellow tie. It matches well with his golden red eyes. He notices you right away and he smiles at you. Hey, Miss Twinkle. Oh, just call me Twinkle. You immediately smile back and echo his greeting. You're happy to put the pessimistic thoughts about SANS behind you. As you approach, you catch a whiff of something floral in the air. You notice he's also holding a small cigar. Oh, wait, no. It smells nothing like a cigar. The smoke it emanates is strangely a bright yellow. And it seems to be the source of floral scents? Mafia-run, he explains when he notices your curious expression. Magic flowers my mother and siblings grow together. When burnt, they smoke soothes magic. Soothes magic? What does that mean? Humans do something called incense, right? You heard some humans burn candles or incense to reduce stress. Okay. Are you doing flower drugs, child? Wait, are you a child? Are you a teenager? I don't know. Are you doing drugs? Royalty crushes a Mario in his palm. He brushes the debris out of his palm and into the street. Think of it like that, then. Are you ready for something sweet? You beam, definitely. So then let's not wait. You two entered the dessert shop. Mali Sunrise is a brightly coloured dessert shop. Splashes of orange, rose, pink, yellow and purple cover most of the shop. Rows of ice cream cakes, macaroons, pies and many more sweet delights are on full display. All the cases are magically enchanted to keep the food fresh for a very long time. You aren't certain how long you could never afford such an enchantment, but you did hear the boss offhandedly tell you it could keep pies fresh for a month. The Black Swan did not have desserts, often, too much sugar, and sauce tends to lead to the patrons getting sick in the bathroom. So you've been told, at least. Mali Sunrise does not have any place to sit. It's intended to purchase your food and leave, so it's mostly designed to be handheld. Royalty and you are placing an order. Royalty gets a triple stout butterscotch ice cream cone. Well then. You get... No. Ugh, I don't even know what coffee is. Saffron? I never tried that. Butterscotch? God, no. Coffee ice cream. Coconut, mango, vanilla, chocolate! With your treat in hand, the two of you decide to enjoy the nice weather and go for a walk while eating. You take the lead, recalling that Royalty isn't familiar with the city. You decide to head to a less crowded part of the city so the two of you don't have to compete for space on the sidewalk. There is a comfortable, companionable silence between the two of you as you eat. Despite the fact that his ice cream cone is larger than your head, Royalty makes quick work of it. By the time you're halfway through your chocolate ice cream cone, he's already licking his fingers clean. I should have ordered 2, he sighs. You offered to share yours. Really? Sure. He bends over and takes a bite out of your offering. He licks his lips. Yeah, that's good stuff. Thanks for sharing. You're glad to. Royalty pulls out another Mario roll. Do you mind? You shake your head. Look, kid, I don't really know what exactly that is, but I know that you should keep it far away from me. I'm not trusting your Mahi rolls for a second. How do I know? I might get drugged up on it. I don't know at this point. All I know is that smoke is dangerous around here. I had nightmares where red smoke tried to kill me. How do I know Mahi rolls won't try to suffocate me? He breathes out a small plume of fire, igniting it as the two of you walk. He said it was similar to what humans do with insects to soothe his magic, so you ask him if he's stressed. Everyone is stressed, he says casually. He smiles at you, but it's better when I'm in the city. Does he not live in the city? Not exactly, he says. Not actually allowed in the city. You raise an eyebrow at that. Strict parents and all that. Oh, you don't say. Surely it's not touring at school. Who said that? You can relate to that, yeah? You hesitate. You hadn't talked to anyone about your past. Lawrence is the only one who knows, and that's because he lived it alongside you. You quietly admit you aren't on speaking terms with your parents. Strict? Raltsei inquired. In a sense, they're a piece of shit. You remain vague, not wholly on purpose. You don't know how to explain it. You never had to put it in words. Thinking about it makes you feel, deeply hurt? Time stopped the bleeding, but the wound still... Oh, moving on. Slowly roll down, slowly roll down. He studies your face. Clarity comes over him. His golden eyes widen briefly and then soften. I understand, he says. You meet his gaze to see if he truly does. You see hurt reflected back at you. It's enough to make you smile. There's no warmth or joy to your smile. Rather, it's more made of a bitter relief. Here's to shitty parents, Raltsei dryly says. He holds out his Mahi roll to you like a wine glass. You bump your chocolate ice cream cone against it as you both mirthlessly celebrate your childhood. You still live with him, he asked you? No, you and your brother ran away. Whoa, how old? You were 12, he was 17. Raltsei's eyes widened. You were both kids? Where did you go? You explained that you and your brother ran to Rune City. Your brother had saved enough over the years to get a little apartment. On his own? You two? You two were completely on your own? Raltsei is gaping at you. As children? You shrug. It wasn't like either of you had a choice. You'd both be dead if you Okay, thank you for telling me. You're incredible, he says, glancing down and away from you. I could never. Someone tells me you want to run away from home. It's understandable. You never know what you're capable of until the moment comes. Maybe, he says. Does Raltsei still live with his parents? Yes, he says. Then forces out a short laugh. Father is a difficult man. Hard to say no to. Hard to. Raltsei gives a small shrug. You get it. He's more suffocating than anything there, he says. You wouldn't think it. Mother keeps a pretty home. But I feel like I can only breathe when I'm outside of it. You understand, like walking on eggshells. Yeah, he says. Huh, I knew your soul felt nice. Who would have thought we'd be kindred? Huh, you got a hobby? You sketch. He grins. His whole demeanor brightening. Really? I actually do too. You giggle. You ask Raltsei what he's currently working on. Actually, I'm sketching a picture of kitten. Really? He's sketching the exact same thing I am? You could be like a brother as long as you're not going to get me in deep trouble, okay? I'm not supposed to be liking you, Raltsei. This isn't your route. Stop being compatible. Go away. You can't resist laughing at that. You're doing the exact same thing. Golly. You reach a point in the road. We need to decide where to leave the two of you next. Do I want to take him to get more food? He did say he was still hungry, so do I need to feed the kid more? I don't know if I want to go another dessert shop. Let's go here. Let's go for the hobby store. Why not? The two of you make it to the district in a little time. It's fun to window shop with him for the next hour, but even if neither of you purchase anything, his company's appreciated. Eventually, however, Raltsei has to leave. Miss Twinkle, Raltsei says, I want you to have something. He takes out something from his suit pants pocket. It's a small handheld mirror. This is an enchanted mirror, he says. It can act as a way to communicate. I have another one at home. and I share this connection with my sibling. I want you to have this one. That thing is likely more expensive than all the buildings in your neighborhood. For my peace of mind. He says, if you get into trouble, you can contact me, he says. He pauses. Not only trouble, I like you, Twinkle. I want to be your friend. I can't visit the city often, but this way we can reach each other. You hesitate. He places it in your hand and folds your fingers over it. Please, he asks you. You give him a small smile. Okay, since he's your friend. His eyes shine like the dawn, his whole demeanor brightening. Thank you, Miss Twinkle. You tell him that the miss is not necessary. Finally! Finally! About time one of you guys drops this bloody shenanigans. Twinkle, he repeats, then smiles widely. My friend. Lawrence had a friend. What is this got to do with Lawrence's character? Shut up, we're having a moment with Raltsy/Ezreal. That's not the point. Oh, great, now we're going to learn about Lawrence again. Lawrence! Oh, why do you suddenly have to pop up at times, Lawrence? Robert's... Oh, wait, Robert? Hold on, we heard about Robert. Some weird shenanigans were going on with Robert. Something about him having, like, a box over his head. Robert Hulfer holds out a large bronze key. You accept it. Keep it on you at all times, he said. The freckled ginger closes your hands around the key. Don't set it down anywhere outside. You nod. Okay, he says. Go on and open the door with it. You step around him? What am I doing? Robert, the same height as you, and is skinnier than Lawrence. A pale-faced man with more freckles than you can count. His hair is a shocking red with many tight curls, and eyes bluer than sky. He is Lawrence's partner. You insert the key and twist. There is a click. You try to turn the doorknob. It doesn't budge. Annoying thing, ain't it? He says. You gotta lift the knob when you turn it. Figures we get the one hotel room with a busted door. You lift the knob and turn it. The door opens. Alright, he says, go in and I'll grab our stuff from the car. He waves you off. You're dead on your feet, kid. Grab a bed and get some rest. Okay. You enter the hotel room and immediately smell sterile cleaner and must. He shuts the door behind you with a click. You listen to his footsteps go down the hallway until you can't hear him anymore. It's only you. You anxiously rub your hands. Your nail polish is starting to chip. It's a decent hotel room, maybe. You've never been in one before. You're nothing to compare it to. There's one large room with a green gold 2 beds. There's a table shoved under one of the windows with 2 chairs. No kitchen. There's a bathroom, and it's barren out otherwise with no pictures, no calendars, and no lamps. That's fine. You and Robert don't plan to be here long. A week tops, he said. The city is no place to linger in after all. We'll find Lawrence, and when you go back to Rune City with your brother... Oh, so something must happen to Robert then. Does Robert get killed? Because we haven't seen how Robert during all this. Also, I don't know where the music's gone again. You're certain Lawrence will scold you for missing school. You're supposed to start your senior year, but that's a lecture you're willing to accept. So long as you find him, which you will. Even if it takes the whole week, or even a whole month, and you miss so much school you have to repeat, you'll find him. You won't leave without him. A month later, there's a knock on your hotel door. What's this? There is a box at the door. You frown and look up and down the hallway. You don't see anyone. You take the box and bring it in. You set it on the table. There is no name to it. After a moment of thought, you decide to open the box. You can always apologize to Robert later if something you should not have seen. You take off the lid, and at once you smell something sickeningly sweet and coppery. In the box of Robert's head. What? Okay, I was thinking that it was implying he got his head cut off, but I didn't want to voice it last time, but now it's confirmed. Who killed Robert? What did Robert do? Did Robert get too close to the truth? Lawrence! Robert is dead! What do I do? Wait, is he dead because we went looking for Lawrence? If so, Lawrence, I don't think I want to come and find you anymore. I might lose my head. Oh god, the Red Queen is out to kill everybody. Huh? They put his head in a box. His face is contorted into a gasp, a horrified expression, his blue eyes all milky and vagrant as they stared lifelessly at his head. His nose was crushed in, dried blood all around it and his mouth. They put his head in a box. Did they put Lawrence in a box? Your world stops. Your body gets cold, colder than winter, and starts to tremble. You try to breathe. You try to catch your breath, but you've been thrown into a glacier water that relentlessly drags you down. Your hands shake as your knees give out from under you. Everything tilts. What did you see, Robert? It's hard to breathe. Oh my god. With each breath out, you force yourself to calm down. The mess of your emotions can't control you. They are not allowed to. You are strong. You have faced danger. You've survived worse. Emotions, feelings cannot control you. Don't let the memories drag you down. Lawrence grabs you and you wrap your arms and legs around him. As he starts to run, you hear it. You hear Pa screaming, but he doesn't stop. Oh gosh, now what? You rub your hands together. Your face pinches up as you keep trying to breathe. Oh god. A stone weight in your weighs your stomach down. Your legs feel weak and wobbly. You tell him to duck and he does at the sound of a gunshot. What the hell? Pa was trying to kill us with a shotgun. Pa, what the hell? Who gave you a gun, sir? They put his head in a box. Bill rises to the back of your throat. Your vision doubles. Oh god. Your body quivers. Tremors going through it. You can taste blood in your mouth as the hammer is taken to your chest. You try to sob in your breath of air, but nothing. He looks down at you. You note with a small voice in the back of your head. He has a pair of very pretty crimson eyelids. Why SANS? Why is SANS? What are you trying to imply that SANS freaking put him in a box? Calm the freak. Did SANS put him in a box? That's quite a stretch. Where am I going with this? Is my character? I mean, maybe? I don't freaking know. Leave me alone. I'm not accusing SANS of anything without evidence and proof. My character's freaking out, okay? SANS reaches out a hand and gently caresses your cheek with the back of his finger. You breathe in. You hold. You breathe out. You refocus your thoughts, aided by the hum of your soul. Your pink eyes close shut. It takes you several minutes, but you do regain control. You are okay. You will be okay. It is a new day. What the hell was that? Oh, we went from cute to, hanging out. Suspicious about Mirror to all of a sudden head in a box. Okay. Normal day in Mafiafell, I have to say. That was the end of the chapter. I really don't know what to say. I mean... I'll see you guys in chapter 5. Bye. Oh my god.